This is a special webinar for Annapurna Devi and the secrets of nourishment in Bhrigu Nandi Nadi system. So today's session is going to be very unique and divine. We will understand the real Jyotish talk about food, grace, emotional fulfillment, okay, and divine blessings in our day-to-day life. So in this whole session, we will understand what is Annapurna Tattva in Jyotish. We'll understand about this Annapurna Tattva in Jyotish, and we will understand like which planet in your chart tell you about your ability to feed or to be fed. And we'll also understand what is Kapal Yoga and how Bhagwan Shiv or the Lord Shiva teaches us surrender of ego before we receive food. This is connected with the Kapal Yoga, and what kind of planetary combination gives us divine dreams, like many of our rishi or saint, they have already seen these kind of dreams when Annapurna Devi herself feeds them. We'll discuss about that part also in our session. And also we will see, if time allows, so what happens on Akshaya Tritiya and how Annadan on this day of Akshaya Tritiya resets your karmic blocks. Correct? So we'll discuss all these things. And we'll also learn how to use Bhrigu Nandi Nadi rules to identify these yogas, okay, and understand their meanings and how to use them in our day-to-day life. Feeding a dog, okay, donating rice or cooking in kitchen with love. So all these things will give grace in our life. That we'll understand each and everything in today's session. So in Bhrigu system, what we say, whenever I say na combinations or whenever I give you some planets, okay, Sun, Mars, Mercury, like this. So you have to understand I'm talking for conjunction, okay, placed in same house, same sign. First. Second, either they can be placed in 159 in triangle, 159, or they can be placed in 17 axis, or they can be placed in 212 positions also. These are the first very basic rules of Bhrigu system. And from tomorrow, we are going to start our Hindi batch for Bhrigu Nandi Nadi. If anybody interested, they can join it. And English batch will start from next week. So this first story of Mata Annapurna, we call this story, we can give the name cosmic hunger. Okay, so Shiva's realization of Annapurna's power. Okay, so what happens one day, Bhagwan Shiv smiled and he said to Parvati, okay, Mata Parvati, why you worry about food? Okay, this word itself is a Maya. Even hunger is also illusion. Okay, even hunger is also a Maya. So this statement is given by Lord Shiva. So after hearing this statement, so Parvati didn't argue anything. She just vanished. Okay, she just disappeared, or what we call in Hindi, वो अदृश्य हो गई. Now, as she disappeared, the whole world stopped. Okay, no food, no rain, no crops, no milk, no fruits, nothing to eat. Even the gods got hungry. Okay, Shiva himself began to feel hunger. Now, that same Lord Shiva who drank poison, okay, during Samudra Manthan, who controls the death, we call him the Mrityunjay. Okay, now Lord Shiva also started searching for food. Okay, and finally he reached Kashi, Varanasi, the city of moksha. I hope everybody heard the name Varanasi. Okay, because there are some foreigners also. So Varanasi, Kashi is a city, one of the famous city and one of the oldest city in India, in Uttar Pradesh state, and that city is very near and dear to Lord Shiva. Okay, so we call it Lord Shiva still exists in that place in the form of Vishwanath. Okay, Kashi Vishwanath is one of the important Jyotirling present in Kashi city. When Lord Shiva reached Kashi, there he saw a divine lady, okay, a divine lady, Annapurna Devi, okay, feeding people with love and grace. Lord Shiva recognized her, no, this Devi Annapurna is the same Parvati. So she has taken the different avatar of Annapurna, and in Kashi place, she distributing the food. Shiva understood and realized his mistake, and Shiva bowed and said to Lord Devi Parvati, now I understood food is not just a matter. It's a Maya's power, and you are the goddess who nourishes this illusion. So without you, even I cannot sustain it. And Parvati smiled. It means Devi Annapurna smiled, and she fed him with her own hand. This is just a simple story. I hope many heard about this story. And till now, if you go to Kashi place, Okay, so near Kashi Vishwanath temple, there's another temple of Mata Annapurna. Anybody visited that temple? If not, next time whenever you go to Kashi, you must visit Annapurna temple also. That is very near to Kashi Vishwanath. That temple is still exists where Mata Annapurna distributed food to Lord Shiva. So this temple is still there. Now you know this story. Now, what is the spiritual message in this story? Spiritual message is even gods need nourishment. Okay, food is not just a energy. Okay, it is a divine support to carry your karma. Or in your day-to-day language, if you say, obviously, if you want to do any karma, you need energy. Okay, and that need of energy can be fulfilled only through food. That's why food is important. Understood, everybody? This is a whole message of this story. Now come to our topic. Our topic is a Jyotish, correct? So we are dealing with Bhrigu system here in this session. So we'll understand one by one. This whole story is about Annapurna Devi. So our main responsible planet, especially for the Annapurna Devi, is Venus and Moon. Okay, now you all can make your notes. I will give you different techniques also in between. Don't worry about the application, but just to make your notes, you'll understand how to use it. So Annapurna Devi is Venus and Moon. So Venus plus Moon, you can write it like this. Okay. Now we know Venus is the giver of nourishment. Okay. Even food, beauty, and pleasure. Okay, that is Venus. Moon is liquid. Okay, milk. Moon is also movement, represent mother and emotions. That's why Venus plus Moon is Annapurna Devi. Now, this is very important. When Moon is ahead of Venus in degree wise, in degreecally, if you see if Moon is ahead of Venus, it shows nourishment. When Moon is ahead of Venus in degrees, that is a nourishment flows. But when Venus is ahead of Moon, the food and love disappear from the life. Food and love disappear from the life. So when we say food disappear, I'm not saying you will not get any food. It simply means, yes, no food, or it simply means you have food, but you are not enjoying your food, or something happens that the bhagya of enjoying food is not in your life. That happens when Moon is behind Venus. When Venus is ahead of Moon, both are same. This is all about the Annapurna Devi. So the main combination is Venus plus Moon, and if we arrange degreecally, the Moon should be ahead with Venus. Then only you can see the actual manifestation of Annapurna Devi in your own chart. Okay, and the people who have this combination, okay, Moon ahead of Venus, okay, they should do food charity or Annadan. They have the blessings of Mata Annapurna. Even Pitrudosh can also be resolved by this combination and with this particular donation, if they have this Annapurna blessing in their chart. Now see the Lord Shiva. Sun plus Ketu plus Saturn. Okay, Sun, Ketu, Saturn. Sun is ego. Okay, Ketu is detachment and Saturn is tapasya. Lord Shiva is Ketu. When we say detached from the world. Lord Shiva is also Saturn. Why? Because of the meditativeness, silent and doing tapasya. That is Saturn. If you see this story, when you read the different stories of Lord Shiva or different gods, you have to understand that Lord Shiva also exists in different forms in every story. Like in this current story, you have realized that Lord Shiva says he know everything. He know food is Maya. So now he is arguing on some point. That is not good. Because every time we can't say Lord Shiva is always correct. So that's why at the end of story, you can see he is in hunger and on searching food, he reached to Kashi. And then Mata Annapurna fed her. Why this happens? Because of that ego thing that he knows everything. Okay, so this is the message that we learn from this story, correct? So that's why. So when we see this particular sun, so the sun is the ego which says I know everything. So now in terms of Bhrigu Nandi Nadi, when we say sun plus Ketu, that is ego plus detachment. Okay, forget the Moon and Venus. That is a motherly love. The hunger of the soul begins. Okay, the illusion breaks. Are you understanding what we are trying to do? Imagine the situation of Lord Shiva in this whole story. He is Sun and Ketu, but that Sun Ketu, if you have this combination of Sun and Ketu, Venus and Moon is not connected with this combination by any manner. Why Venus Moon? Because we have seen this Venus Moon is a combination for Annapurna Devi. So in your horoscope, if you have Sun Ketu, it means you have that ego or this kind of nature which Lord Shiva have in the story. And the absence of Venus and Moon with this combination, okay, this shows that in your lifetime you will also make the same mistake. What? Niradhar of Anna, or not giving importance to the food, okay, for which you are going to face trouble in your life, okay, like Lord Shiva, especially for the food. And when we say food, always remember, in story we know food is something which we eat, okay, but in real life it can be food that you eat, or it can be something, some resources that you need very badly and you are not getting that resources. So it means Sun Ketu combination. If that Sun Ketu combination is not connected with Venus and Moon, it means the absence of Mata Annapurna from the life due to your own mistake. And what is that mistake? Niradhar of Anna, or in English we can call it that not giving importance to the food. Understood, everybody? These are two characters from this story. Mata Annapurna and Lord Shiva. Mata Annapurna means Moon Venus. Lord Shiva means Saturn. Sorry, this Sun and Ketu. Okay, if you have Sun Ketu combination but not connected with Moon and Venus, it means you don't have the blessings of Mata Annapurna. Simple.